Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. I hope everybody's having a good day. I'm trying this new style of recording because I just gotta try something different, guys. So today's topic is pretty much coding bootcamp alternatives. Now this is a very important topic because it's not just coding bootcamp alternatives, it's also a way to save a lot of money. You know what I mean? So pretty much it's gonna be coding bootcamp alternatives and also four-year college alternatives or universities, even though I am going to name two sort of universities. And as I've mentioned before, the number one alternative to anything has always been freecodecamp.org for me. It's free, hence the name, and the curriculum is top-notch, at least in my opinion. And I did go to a paid boot camp and kind of regret it, to be honest with you. The freecodecamp curriculum is at par, if not surpasses, any of these paid boot camps or even colleges. And I'm telling you guys this from experience. So I highly recommend any of you guys who are planning on signing up for a coding boot camp, or I need to go to a four-year university or college or whatever it is. Look into freecodecamp.org, especially if you want to become a software developer or front-end developer. Look into that, please. It will probably be your best option, bar none, because it goes pretty deep into HTML, CSS. Now, I'm not saying that you're gonna learn like really hard stuff. Yes, it is still basic stuff, but it's pushing it to a kind of intermediate level in a way. You know what I mean? Plus, you get to do a lot of projects there, hands-on projects, and stuff like that. Is it perfect? Absolutely not. No, it still needs a lot of work. But that's why if you guys do freecodecamp.org and you guys do end up finding a job thanks to freecodecamp.org, I highly recommend you guys donate because they are donation based. So, you know, all these other boot camps are like, the day you get a job, we'll take 10-20% of your salary once you start making this amount of money. And it's like, I'd rather donate $2,000-$3,000 to freecodecamp.org once than give you $20,000 if I get a $100,000 job. Plain and simple like that, guys. So freecodecamp.org, number one alternative to anything. They have certificates pretty much for every language on there. They also included some Python, some security stuff on there. Highly recommend it. Option number two, and I recently just learned about these last two options. Option number two is WGU. Now, you guys are going to be like, oh, I thought you were against colleges. I thought you were against universities. Yes and no. I am against institutions that feel like they need to charge. For example, coding boot camps that they feel like they need to charge $15,000, $20,000, $25,000 for an 8-month program. That is ridiculous to me. When half of the stuff they teach is free online anyways, and they can't even guarantee you an internship, let alone an interview or a job. So that's what I'm against. I'm against institutions thinking that they can overcharge people, especially people who can't even afford to go to college. You have people everywhere you go, LA, San Francisco, well, no matter what, there's kids living in their cars because they can't afford to pay for a home, a rent, an apartment, because school is so expensive. And they don't want to go into debt with financial aid. Because it's like $100,000. You're gonna spend the rest of your life paying that if you don't get a good job. So that's what I'm against. I'm against institutions overcharging when all this knowledge is pretty much free online. Not only that, I'm against institutions pretty much giving you classes that are completely useless to your career. If you're trying to become a software developer, there's absolutely no need for you guys to learn history, anatomy, whatever the case is. Absolutely no need. Stick to computer science, programming, and some math, because yes, I do know that some math is required for software development. And that's it. If you get rid of all these useless classes, you reduce that price and more people can actually go to college. And you might be able to stay afloat. But back to option number 2, WGU. Why do I feel like WGU is a good option? I just found out that you can get a bachelor's degree from WGU in 8, 12, maybe even 16 months. Why? Their cybersecurity program with the bachelor's degree, it's knowledge based, and they have, it's not just that one. They do have other programs that are, that you can get into, knowledge based. Now, what does knowledge base mean? Knowledge base means that the more you know, the faster you can get through the program. You pass a test, you finish. Whether it takes you 1 week to pass that class, 1 month, it is up to you. Knowledge base. There has been people who finish it in 8 to 12 months, a whole bachelor's degree, because of the knowledge base. Not only that, with the cybersecurity program, you get a ton of certificates. And the total cost ranges from, I believe, $5,800 to approximately $12,000 for a bachelor's degree. This is what I'm talking about. This is the stuff that we need out here. Now, am I saying that all education should be free? Absolutely not. Because people do take their time to make these programs, but make them affordable for people. Make it affordable for people, you know what I mean? And that is what's going to help a lot of folks out. So, WGU, this programs, go on their website, guys. They have a lot of great programs. I'm actually looking into one myself, the cybersecurity one. I'm trying to see if it's worth it for me. But so far, it looks like it is. But again, I'm going to look into it more in depth. Because I did go to WGU once and they screwed me over, but this is before this new sort of style of programs came in, and this is so much better because you can literally come out with a bachelor's degree in 12 months. That's amazing to me. Now, if you guys know, yes, I do say that you could get a job without a bachelor's degree. But I've also mentioned that it would probably help you out a lot. It'll get your foot in the door a little bit faster with a bachelor's degree. I have mentioned that before. Now, I agree with these programs because they're not charging you an arm and a leg. This is something affordable that, if need be, you can pay out of pocket with a regular job. If you still live with your parents, or even if you want to live in your car, hey, if you don't have to pay rent, even better, right? You can afford to go to college and not be in debt for the rest of your life. And the last program I want to talk about is UOP, University of the People. Now, a lot of you are like, oh, UOP, like, oh, whatever. Haven't really heard of it. It's not University of Pacific, University of the People. This is a nonprofit or college or university, and it's kind of like WGU in a way where it's also knowledge based, because you don't pay for the class, you pay the tuition fee, which is like $60 or whatever they charge you to fill out the paperwork, and then it's like $118 per test you take. To get a full bachelor's degree, it's also approximately like $5,800. Now, the only thing I don't like about UOP, University of the People, is that they do have classes like anatomy and all this other stuff that, one wouldn't really need for a computer science degree. And that's the only thing I really don't like. I'm not very smart at those things, number one. And number two, I feel like you should just go learn what you need to learn for that job that you want to do, learn really in depth, and then get out of there. Kind of like the WGU program. Because when I was looking at their curriculum, they didn't really have any classes that you didn't need. They had pretty much everything you need to start your career. And but either way, University of the People, this is a great option. So you come out with a bachelor's degree, $6,000. I mean, come on now. This is mainly for you folks who, your parents are pressuring you, like, no, you need to go get a bachelor's. You need to go to, be like, okay, this is the school I want to go to. They have the program that I need. I'm saving you guys pretty much $50,000, $60,000, $70,000 for my bachelor's degree. Not only that, I'm saving you guys, if I have to go live somewhere else, you guys are saving all that money. Buy me a computer, something that I could really use to further my education. I'm not saying bribe your parents, but if you're saving them $70,000, be like, hey, you know what? I mean, it's a accredited university. I'm saving you all this money, and at least buy me a decent computer. And these are 3 great options, guys. I know that you guys are probably like, oh, free Bootcamp isn't really an option because it doesn't offer degrees, but it does offer a lot of certificates and a lot of hands-on experience that a lot of employers do require. And that's the main thing about freecodeCamp.org. The other 2, obviously, they come attached with a small debt if need be. If not, you can pay out of your pocket or ask your parents to help you pay for it. And you come in out with a bachelor's degree, which more than likely is going to help you get your foot in that door a little bit faster than, if you were to go out on your own. Now, am I telling you guys to go get a absolutely not. You can still do this without a bachelor's degree, but keep in mind that it does take a little bit extra effort. It takes a little bit more of you guys putting yourselves out there on social media, making more projects on your own, trying to figure out what projects to do. And then you have the other options, which is take the test, come out with a bachelor's degree, and then try to figure it out from there. But thank you guys so much for watching. I hope this video looks a little bit better. And it sounds a little bit better. I moved back to the outside world, not inside my closet anymore, where I felt like I was menopausing. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Please, guys, please subscribe. 90% of my views are coming from non-subscribers. Please subscribe. Smash the like button. I'm trying to make these videos as fast as I can. It's getting it's a little difficult for me because I have that job and then my kids, so I try to make videos whenever I can. So please at least show me that you guys appreciate this by subscribing and, showing a little bit of love with that like button. Thank you guys so much. See you on the next one.